Good morning! It's actually not morning, it's 11 o'clock at night, but it is about the time that I wake up. So, I'm sorry about the lighting if it's not the best, but we're just here to chat, so I'm kinda in the mood to just make like a sit-down video and just, excuse me, miss. Look at the kitty kitty. Okay. No. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, I love you. But I'm just kind of in the mood to do like a little sit down. Excuse me! A little sit down video and just hang out. Stop. Do not come back this way. But I kind of had a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about, and it's all kind of jumbled up together. And I guess there's really no main point to this video besides just to hang out and chat. So first of all, I have to talk about something that's really cool that's happening today. My best friend since high school is currently at a 21 Pilots concert, and out of support, excuse me ma'am, out of support, I dug out my 21 Pilots hoodie from high school that I've had for, oh my god, I've had this thing for like 10 years. That's how long it is. I've been with my husband for 6, and I've had this since probably late middle school through high school. So yeah, I've probably had it between like, I've had this probably for about 10 years now. But we were super into 21 Pilots, and this was like one of the first things. I wasn't really allowed to dress very like alternative or anything whenever I was in high school, and so it's kind of something that I really clung to this. I was that kid that I didn't get the kind of like style clothes that I wanted all the time, so when I got something that I loved, I would cling on to it. And there's a couple things that I was very obsessed with, and I think the first thing I ever got was a Jack Skellington and Sally reversible hoodie from Hot Topic. My mom went in there for Christmas one year, and she always made fun of me because the music that was playing in the store when she went in, and I'm so sad because that jacket was way too small, so I didn't get to really wear it that often, and I can't remember who I gave it to, but I did give it to someone when I was in school. But I had that, and then I had this BMO jacket and backpack combination that I don't even remember how I got my hands on it. Maybe it was like Christmas money I had saved up or something like that, or my mom bought it for me when I went to visit her. I'm not sure where I got it from, but I wore that zip-up jacket and BMO backpack to school every day because I went to school at a uniform school, and I also had really short pixie cut, and the only dark colored pants that I had were a pair of navy blue board shorts that I wore almost every single day because it was the closest thing to an alternative outfit I had, with a pair of Vans or Chuck Taylors. So, but I do know for sure that that hoodie was, the 21 Pilots hoodie is the longest lasting piece of memorabilia that I've had since I was in school, and I love it to this day. I try not to wear it a lot and try not to wash it a lot because I don't want it to fall apart. I want to keep it forever and ever. But anyway, that was kind of a rant about that, but I love that hoodie. And my friend, since she was like the first like really good friend I made when I moved from my hometown to, I guess, the new hometown, I was at them both equally. So, but I love it, and I'm super excited, and if I can, I'll get some video of the concert to kind of insert here. But it's kind of like a dream that we both had growing up, was to go to all these different concerts, and we were never allowed to. I guess we're just chatting, so I'm just gonna tell my little stories. But whenever we were kids, her stepfather had made her and me both these little coconut piggy banks that had Warped Tour. Sarah had decorated them, and her name's Sarah, by the way. I love you. But she had decorated these coconuts for Warped Tour, and it was the last one that was ever going to be held, and we were super excited and we weren't able to go, but growing up with being in that kind of like scene was really cool, and I kind of might know where my identity crisis kind of comes from. That's wild. So I have a bunch of different like pictures from growing up, and I kind of went between like all of these different things. I wasn't allowed to really dress alternative or dye my hair or stretch my ears, which, surprise, surprise, I grew up and I am stretching my ears to an inch, septum pierced, tongue pierced, tattoos, and I love all of them. I actually had the side of my nose pierced. I want double nostril piercings eventually, but I had one and it came out during COVID and all the stores were shut down and I couldn't get a replacement, so it kind of closed up. But I wasn't allowed to do that. And then when I got the opportunity to get slightly alternative clothes, I would come up with these outfits that were really embarrassing, or because I wasn't allowed to do anything with my hair, would cut it really, really short into like these like boyish styled pixie cuts. And then I grew up and made a fool of myself trying to dress alternative with the small funds that I had. But I haven't really gone back into that style because it's something that like I've slowly started to get confused on, like the style and aesthetic I want to have. And then funny thing, the last video I talked about is that I'm gonna stop trying to fit into one and actually just be who I want to be and dress how I want to dress, and each day if it's different then so be it. But I think I actually can pinpoint why now. Now that I'm sitting here talking about it out loud, and I'm kind of understanding it. I think it was because that I wasn't able to express necessarily everything that I wanted to as a kid, and so whenever I had access to certain things, I would constantly try to like take everything I had and fit it into a category. So like if I had like 3 articles of clothing that would fit the alternative style, I would wear them until they fell apart, but then all I would have was these super girly clothes in my closet. So then I would be like super girly and dress this one way and only dress that way till those clothes fell apart. And then I had all of these like tomboyish boy clothes that like I kind of crammed myself into like that category. Like I think maybe the struggle with it comes from not being able to like express everything that I wanted to express and really figure out who I was. I was kind of in this constant cycle of rotating everything, and I wonder if that's why like as an adult I have such a hard time with like I have so many interests and stuff. I don't know, just kind of something to kind of think about because I've never really thought about that like that. But I have a little cousin she just turned 14, and I'm super, super excited about that. But she's getting into like her alternative phase, and I'm really excited because I feel like, one, I was really the only kid in our family that fit the like alternative narrative, if that makes sense, where I was the only kid that kind of was into that stuff. And now that I have a little cousin that's really into the same stuff, it's really exciting, and I don't want her to have to go through the same things that I did where she couldn't find certain things that she would like to have or stuff like that. So I'm kind of building her this like care package. And I also think I'm going to start making some tutorials on like hair and makeup specifically for her. But I mean, I guess I could post them if there was any interest in it. But like my hair today, I kind of did it, and my makeup was kind of like for her. It's a little bit like toned down, little easy beginner like makeup and stuff like that. And I kind of want to come up with a small video for her and like send it to her. But I'm making these clothes and I need some ideas. I need some help to add to this. But I'm making her currently one of those cat ear beanies, but I I don't necessarily know what style she's going for. I don't know if she's wanting to do like a scene style or emo style, or if she's not in the whole goth thing, but maybe grunge a little bit. I'm not quite sure, but I'm coming up with these little things that she can add regardless of what style she's going for. And I'm making her one of these little cat beanies, and I started it yesterday, and I'm about over halfway done with the base of the hat, and it's just in this really cool yarn. It's really nice yarn. I got this from my grandmother. She gifted this to me, and I had no clue what I was going to make with it because at the time I wasn't really making any like anything that would like fit the vibe of having these kind of colors, but I essentially all it is a hat with some ribbing, and then you like kind of like fold it in half and sew it up into like a rectangle shape, and when it's on the head, these little points turn to ears, and I want to make her these little side pieces, and then the little, oh, there's fuzz everywhere. But I am going to make her some of those. I'm also going to make her a pair of jeans that I'm going to put on the screen that are like these pants. They're like low-rise pants where you cut the side seam and then you put eyelets on the sides, and then you just like kind of put this like cording through it, and they kind of make these really cute like jeans that could go over boots. It's more of an early 2000s kind of vibe, but I think they'd be something that would kind of be nice to have as like a, just like something you could throw on and not have to think too much about. I think I'm also going to make her some sleeves, which are like, I don't know what the actual name of them is called. They're not called sleeves, they're called something, but they stop like right here at your chest, and they cover like your upper chest, and then they're long. I have some like deep red yarn that I'm thinking about making her some of that with, and I also need to find some fingering weight yarn to make her some of these kind of sleeves, and I love these. These are something that I always wanted as a kid. I would have loved to have had them, but they're just little like layering pieces. Some people wear them with like short sleeves. I really like them with like baggy oversized shirts with these on. I bought mine from Shein, I know, sue me, but I don't really want her to have to get stuff from like Shein and stuff like that. I want to make her some, and I don't know how to knit. These are knitted, but I think that if I could get some fingering weight yarn and do a knit stitch with crochet, it's like a, I don't know if that's the actual name for it, but it mimics knit. I think I could make these for her as well. And I just want to like send her this big care package that's kind of like a gift from me to kind of help her on her journey of style. So if you have any ideas of like DIYs or things that you can make, I know that like bleach dyed t-shirts are a thing, and I thought about making us matching like camisoles with like the rib cage on them. I thought those would be super cute. But anyway, I probably should have put a little bit more thought into this video, but I figured it would be a lot more fun to just kind of like chat. I haven't had the motivation to make a video recently, and I think it's because I've been putting too much thought into it, and I'm still very new, and I think that me just kind of putting myself out there right now is the most important thing, and then in the future I can focus on all of the video styles that I want to do, and I guess narrowing down my niche, kind of let people get to know me a little bit more. But I was wondering if people would be interested in some of the crochet projects that I make, and I don't want this to become a crochet channel, because if I have to make that much crochet regularly because I have to, I will start to not like the hobby. Just like craft booths, I want to do a craft booth one day, but I don't want to feel pressured into doing it regularly, so it's kind of something like I'll get a bin, I'll fill it up, and then like when I feel like the bin is full enough that I can rent a booth, I'll do that. But I have some projects that I'm working on, and I would like to make a video that's finishing my current whips, because I have a bunch of stuff that I have started and then stopped right at the end where the tails need to be woven, or I'm halfway done with the project and I haven't finished it. But one thing I want to show off that, like, I just finished this the other day and I think I want to make it in some more colors, and I might even make a tutorial on how to make this because I don't know how to write a pattern yet. But I made this really cute top. I freehanded this. I was seeing all of these shirts that were knitted, that were fitted, but I do want to make a knit shirt like that. But I started off with making it into like a fitted tank, and then I had the idea to make it into a baby doll when I got done with the main portion. And I put these mesh stitching. Whoa! Okay. I did the top in half double crochet, and then I did a mesh stitch across here, and then I went into double crochet stitching, and then the shoulders are made out of lemon peel stitches. But I think it's really cute. But yeah, I just finished it. It still needs to be blocked. It's made with like a baby yarn. It's 100% acrylic, so I need to steam block it. But I made this recently and I need to finish this, and I guess if anybody was interested, I could do like a try on of it. I also, the biggest thing I'm working on is I started this a year ago, and it's the star blanket that was like super popular on TikTok, and it was supposed to be like a 6-day blanket. Anybody who said that they made this blanket in 6 days is either insane or lying, because this thing, I'll probably have to show it on my bed eventually, but this thing is huge. This isn't even as wide as it is. This is just what I can hold comfortably. But I need to finish this, so that could be something that I do and then show it like decorated on my bed. And then I have this vest, and I need to name this vest. It's this, and it needs to be blocked so badly because this is the side that I have sewn in. Let me see if I can. It's supposed to be like very spread out, and I'm going to make an I-cord to make a bow on the front of it, and I still need to do another round of the edging on here. But this is another thing that I spent a lot of time on. I did this and the pink shirt and started working on her beanie this week. And I have a couple other things that I really, really want to make. But anyway, I haven't made any videos about any of like sewing or crocheting or learning to knit or anything, but if you're interested in knowing anything about any of these, let me know in the comments, and maybe I can make a playlist on my channel that's just for those kind of things. But I would really like to do that. I think it'd be really fun. And I also post all of my finished products on my Instagram. I haven't posted anything yet because, like I said, I have a bunch of stuff that I haven't finished, and I do have older projects, but I don't want to pull those out. But I post them all on my Instagram, which I'll probably put on the screen, and also put a link in the description of this video. Something that's really weird and kind of going into like another direction is I have noticed that the older I get, the more I start to look like my mom. And I also realize that I reference a lot of stuff about my mom in my videos, and so I need to have a clarification really quick to kind of explain this. I have two moms. One is my stepmom, one is my mom. But my mom passed away, and my stepmom is still here with us. So it gets really confusing when I'm telling stories, especially earlier about like the clothes I was buying. So the point of me explaining that is, if my mom is ever in my YouTube videos or ever on my social media, I kind of need to I need to figure out a way to make this next story make sense, or this. So my biological mom has passed away, and my stepmom is still here with us. So, but something really interesting, and I don't know if anybody could relate to this, but I felt like I could talk about it because maybe there's somebody that watches my channel that has like a parent that passed away. But I feel like the older I get, the more I start to look like my mom and my mannerisms, and it's really weirding me out. And that's not to be funny, but it kind of is funny. I notice it so much, and I think I can put a picture of her in the video. She was a beautiful woman, but it's weirding me out so much, especially with my mannerisms. I think that maybe my looks don't necessarily kind of match up with her perfectly, but my mannerisms, like if you would have seen the way that she talks, or like how she like talks with her hands and stuff like that, or the way she does stuff, like I look just like that woman, and it's really weird, especially today. Like I feel like I look so much like her. But I think it was requested in my comment section one time, making a video about her. I had mentioned that she had passed away, and it was during my video about my like discussion about substance abuse and like mental health and stuff like that, and that she had a problem with alcohol and stuff like that. And I think I remember somebody asking me, I'll have to find the comment, somebody asked me to make a video on that, on losing a parent specifically, and then there was some other people that had mentioned like the whole substance abuse thing. I need to make something, I don't want to make a whole video about it, I don't think, but I need to make like a video or a part of a video explaining like what it can be like to go through stuff like that. It doesn't bother me anymore. She passed away in 2016, so quite a while ago, but I think it's a good like life lesson for people who have lost a parent. I think it'd be something that could be good to talk about for some people, and I need to add that into a video sometime. But yeah, it's just weird. It's weird when you can see your parents and yourself, and I think it's the same way too, like if your parents are still with you, like seeing your mannerisms like be like theirs, or like the older you get, you start to look more like them, and it's really interesting. I'm starting to realize I have no clue what this video is. But like I said, I needed to just sit down, and I needed this, I needed to just talk. Sometimes it's good to just not have a direction and make something that's just kind of random, I guess. I miss the old vlog style where people would, like, it wasn't the best quality, and you were just going about your day and stuff like that. And I think that I miss the old videos of people like sitting down in front of a camera and just talking, and I've made a few like that, and then I made a few like more intricate videos. But I do think that every time I make one of these videos, I love them. I love just sitting and talking to the camera. It's kind of cool to like reflect on yourself, and also I feel like it feels more personal to your audience, where they can comment on the things that you're talking about and help you understand what they want to see from you and stuff like that. I told myself whenever I finished my makeup and my hair that I need to make some Instagram posts and I need to make a YouTube video, and I had no idea, but I didn't want to let it go to waste, so this is what I've come up with so far, and I don't even know if this is going to be entertaining, and I don't know how well this video is even going to be received. Let me know if you like the look of the hair and the makeup. I haven't done anything like this in a very long time. I should make a video on the evolution of my very, very poor hairstyle decisions. I've had some really cool haircuts and some really bad ones. My favorite was my shag mullet that I had, but it's very high maintenance. I look like a boy if I don't style my hair when it's cut that way. And then my least favorite was probably the pixie cuts, and then the growth process of when I shaved my head, because I ruined it with bleach. I wish I had recorded me shaving my hair, because that would have been a lot of fun to add a clip of that in here whenever I did that. But I guess to wrap this video up is just to kind of let me know if you like these kind of videos where it's just kind of chatting And let me know if anything in this video you'd like to hear more about. I can totally make a playlist on my YouTube channel of my like crochet and sewing stuff. I guess I could make it like a craft thing. I could also do stuff about like growing up. I guess I thought about making a video about like childhood stories and stuff like that. I don't know if that would even be interesting or not, but it's something I might do in the future just because it's kind of interesting to hear everybody else's like different experiences. But anyway, if there's anything that I said in this video that you really liked and you'd like to hear more about, just leave it in the comments down below. And also, feel free to follow me on Instagram to keep up with all of my crafty stuff and my travel adventures when we go on hikes, or backpacking, or any other little adventures. I am planning to go to Salem in October. We are in Massachusetts, so once in a lifetime thing. Some people say it's great, and some people say it's just a gimmick now, but I'm really excited, and I can totally make a vlog about that, which would be pretty cool. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you for coming by and hearing what I have to say. If you made it this far, thank you. Bye!